think Shiva is a absolute must buy. Probably Blink BKB Shiva is what I'm looking at for the Doom to make him really powerful this game, and then refresh.
You know, I don't know if
after.
they fixed it, but I tested this on my stream like last week. I believe the interaction is Ag's Doom. The Doom does not go through BKB. And that is surely a bug.
So if you doom yourself and you're running next to a BKB target, they are not doomed?
Correct.
That sounds like a bug.
They might be silenced. I can't remember, but they certainly were not taking damage. So I don't know if that's been fixed. You know, there's a lot of these hot fixes they don't really post. It's possible that is not in the game anymore. But prediction time, Cinder. When will First Blood happen? Well, if we get First Blood here, this would...
Just chill. Let's do the other ones first.
All right. Total number of Roche kills? I'm going to say 3 for this game.
0 to 2.
Okay. Player with highest net worth by 25? TA, surely.
Or Doom.
Ooh, that's... I'll still say TA. Number of tower kills before 25 minutes.
6 to 10.
I'll say 0 to 5.
Yeah, I'll say 0 to 5 as well, actually. I changed.
All right, no First Blood in the first 3 minutes here, or in the first negative. Actually, 0 to 3 minutes wouldn't have been right either if it's before the 0 time.
That's true.
I'm going to say 3 to 6.
Yeah, same. All right, rune time. Let's see if we get a First Blood here right after we select 3 to 6. That'll be funny.
DK is fine.
3 for 1. KBU US with the rune advantage.
Okay. Good start.
A little bit of a head start.
Good, clean start. Is this... Oh, this is going to be double bracer for speed, right? I was going to say Soul Ring on him doesn't really feel correct.
Yeah, it's double bracer.
Gauntlet. Okay. There will be a Dragonite versus Dawnbreaker mid, and I figured both are just going to farm. I don't know if you can get a kill either way.
If anyone kills in this lane, it's Dawn, and she has to do it early. When Dragon Knight hits level 3 and especially level 5, that ship has sailed. So you need to do it before Dragon's Blood starts doing too much. And obviously Kit's skilling the stun level 1 to get the deny. I believe he got the deny and the range creep with it. That time he does not get the range creep though. And now he'll skill armor.
All right, nice. Must be nice to get 4 HP regen and 4 armor with 1 skill point at 1 minute in the game. Boy, oh boy. What a treat. Nice. It's a great treat to have. The top lane, DNM is playing the TA with Albino Zebra again on the Jakiro. The Warden playing the old Hoodwink with MMR Tourist on the Doombringer. And he already has his Midas queued up. You know what he's doing with that. Pretty standard build from him. And still waiting for the right-click build to come back one day, Cinderin, with the Alpha Wolf. I bring it up every time because just hoping that somebody that can change these things is listening, a.k.a. Ice Frog. Make it a thing again, please. And then bottom lane, the one lane we haven't really talked about. Some aggression already with the battery assault from Clock. But yeah, talk to me about the position 1 Visage this game.
It's a better matchup against Slardar than Doom is, by far, obviously. You have an attack speed and move speed slow in 1 spell, which sucks for Slardar. Grave Chill is a very annoying ability.
The Warden is looking to be dead here. First Blood goes the way of DNM, and it's a very... Oh, we were wrong on the First Blood prediction.
Yep.
Damn it.
He's going to cross them half a wave, though.
Oh, all right. Realm gets a kill on Giant already.
All right.
That was quicker than I thought.
Yeah, so in this lane, obviously, I think the ideal laning for 5RAT, maybe I spoke too soon about the problem of putting Slardar against Doom, because maybe it wasn't even a possibility, because then you would have TA against Visage in a side lane, and I don't know if you want that, so they do kind of guarantee themselves to get these lanes, and Visage is happy against Slardar in a side lane. It's pretty good, you know? Attack speed, move speed slow, you have comparable damage, and Clockwork protects you really well in case of trouble. And when you hit level 3, these two heroes pack a punch together. Giant actually needs to be really careful. If he gets cogged plus battery, he's in so much trouble. Alright, some damage here, but should be protected now.
Yep. And for the Dragon Knight, he's going to hit level 5 pretty soon, so I don't think we're going to see a kill there anytime soon without some sort of a gank. But not a whole lot of mana on the side of this bot lane for KBU, as top lane, Doom ends up chasing down DNM with that Scorched Earth. So kind of a surprising turn of events as Albino Zebra taking heavy damage, but looks like he'll be fine.
He has a fairy.
Yeah, they're not going to dive this early. And you can see MMR Tourist holding on to his Devour so that he can find a Zapper creep or something of use.
If he finds the mana burn creep, that is godlike in this lane. He's going to keep funneling mana into Hoodwink with the aura, and mana burning TA is really, really good. So I think he's hoping to find it. Unfortunately for him, all the wrong creeps are out here, actually. Guess he'll settle for Mud Golem at this point and just go back to lane, but not ideal.
Yeah, that's quite the trek to get a Mud Golem. You're going to lose a little bit of XP now. And
you have a setup for Hoodwink, though, which is kind of nice, I guess.
yeah,
But
how long is
the
the
mana
stun?
burn would have been way better.
0.6 seconds as the
Another
Enchantress is
kill
going to
on
die on the
Giant.
bot. Yeah, the Soul Assumption's really coming through. That's without really much mana. I feel like they've been very low on mana this whole game. At least that's how
Clock
it
has
feels.
some mana for them.
Yeah, it has one mango available now. He's going to pop his Fairy Fire, but he's getting chased by Speed with the Bash. Battery Assault is there, so not going to go any further. Dogs to ensure that. The 3-1 advantage for KBU in the early stage of the game. MR Tourist. Now, do you usually just rush the Midas at this stage? You have Bracer and you go straight for the Midas. We're going to see the Bushwhack here. Or is there consideration for Phase Boots first or something like that? Is he just going to potentially get this kill with a Scorched Earth? Albino Zebra's dead. And he gets a Courier.
Clockwork and suicided to the tower to get a faster respawn and a free TP. Yeah. No, I think you. I mean, Phase Boots are nice here because you're against TA, but I think get the Midas as fast as you can if you're doing well in lane. If you can bypass that, that feels really good for him to do. Want to point out, by the way, remember last game how Realm got crushed by Undying as PL? Look at the CS, man. It's the same story. Slaughter is
Hold your horses,
33
Cinderin.
and
There's
9.
action mid. I annihilate. Oh, he might
He's not
burn
fine.
down.
He's fine. He's not.
He's okay. 30 damage, 30 HP. And the clock looks like he's going to walk away as well. All right, what CS discrepancy? The mid?
Look, bottom.
Oh, the bottom. So Visage 12 and 1. Speed is doing his Undying impression as a Slardar. 21 denies. Good
Is
God.
35 and 21. And I know Ench can definitely put a cog. Well, that's not the word. Hang on. We're in
Yeah,
trouble
the
here.
cogs were placed. That's probably what's in your face there, Cinder. And Starbreaker connects onto 2. Albino Zebra looks like he's going to limp away with the Ice Path help. And Kits looks to be fine as well. Now that your aneurysm is over, what were we going to say?
I was going to say...
Oh,
that,
no way. Okay, Dragon Tail.
oh, nice quell there. Even though... So... Oh, hang on.
Oh.
I annihilate.
I
Overstaying.
annihilate. Staying around too long. That's a lot of burn damage. That's 3 heads of dragons you got to worry about.
So I feel like Visage versus Slaughter does not go even remotely like this. So Ench, we were keeping an eye on the kills, but we were looking at the other lanes as well. Ench must have played a huge role in Speed winning this hard. Like, this is not how much Slaughter should be winning this lane by. He might be slightly favored against Visage in the beginning because he has better base damage and a good attack speed, but like 47 to 27 against 15 to 1 is just not what I would expect out of this. But I guess, I mean, Clockwork isn't the best hero at dealing with Enchantress, so if Giant has done a really good job at just keeping the pressure on them nonstop and denying together with him with his Enchantress creep, that's good stuff.
And keep in mind, something that was changed not that long ago, the Bash doing more or double damage to creeps, so Slaughter is able, I mean, it doesn't really work on denies, obviously, but will help secure you a lot of last hits in lane.
He's almost
Big
level
quality
7,
of life for him.
and Visage is level 5 and a quarter.
Yep, Corrosive Haze is ready to go. As
That's
Clockwork just resigned to try to leech some XP. Only a level 3 clock at 8 minutes, by the way. Not great.
Not
And
looking
he's
too
going to be
hot for him.
spotted.
He's in
Corrosive
trouble.
Haze has
the
his
cog
cogs,
here.
though. No, does
late.
not. Wants to wait for Slaughter to get inside. Solar Guardian is coming, though. So trying to bait this out to try to get a high-value kill onto Speed. Starbreaker interrupted thanks to the crush, and now Speed. Oh, Bushwhack just barely clips him, and that is a great bait from Clockwork
Okay.
to help set up the eventual kill onto Speed.
Yeah, wasn't aware that the Dawn ult was available there, so good setup. It did look like Clock was actually trying to cog him away, though. I think that kind of... I don't know if that was intended or not, but yeah, the end result, pretty decent. Dawn will TP back to mid, but she lost her tower to DK, so I kind of take that back. I don't know how great that is. You know, 9 minutes in, DK has your mid tower. You have really nice offensive warding here from 5RAT. They have 3 wards around that mid area, so DK is going to feel very safe. He's going to have a lot of rotation possibility when he gets his Blink Dagger to try to find the heroes in the side lanes and get those big kills, which could lead to bottom tower as his next move, right? He's going to kill the Clockwork here, or the Visage.
Yeah, he has his choice. He's inside the cogs now. Soul Assumption doing a hefty amount of damage, but the Clockwork will fall first, and now Kits, in his human form, will be able to walk away to safety. So, 6-6 tied up in terms of the score. Midas already online for MMR Tourists. I think his phase boosts are coming out now as well, so he is top net worth in the game. As I Annihilate, taking some creeps in the enemy jungle. As we approach the 10-minute mark, Clockwork still just barely level 4. Very, very low level.
He's 0-4. This is a very tough Clockwork game as well. I don't think the hero is good here because if you don't have a good start, any of the heroes you can jump on that are enemy cores all have counterplay. Slaughter can just turn on you and kill you. Dragon Knight, same story. And TA, sure, you might be able to break some refraction, but if you have no items, she kind of like two-shots you, right? So, and on top of that, you're against Ice Path, which is also a very annoying spell, because when you cog enemies in, you also expose yourself to get comboed. So I think
he doesn't even have boots yet. This is a position 5 clock, obviously. Yeah. Like 4, you would get boots really fast, but I mean, boots especially important for a Clockwork to be able to position to get Battery Assault and cogs properly.
Yep.
Tier 1 tower taken out though. Another Dragon Form expended here from Kits, and he is only 400 away from a Blink Dagger. Realm trying to do the same thing top. We'll see if 5RAT want to defend or if they're happy with this even trade. But this will be the first tower going down in favor of KBU. And Doom, I would assume Blink Dagger is going to be next before the BKB. As Kits, he stays around a little bit. He's going to get broken thanks to the Sharpshooter. Ends up disrupting the Starbreaker, but this looks to be an easy cleanup for KBU. Maybe he felt a little confident because Speed was here. 3
heroes a little bit too far above in the jungle. If Jakiro is there, he might just stay alive. He can just protect him, but too much distance between the two and biting over a little bit more than you can chew there. So nice punish from
his
KBU.
6 and his boots.
Yep. Huge for him. He was the one who benefited the absolute most from that move. He needed it so badly. Tourist is pushing up really far up top. Has to be a little bit careful, and will back off now. Keep in mind, this was a 2k lead a moment ago for 5RAT. Now it's less than 1k, but that was against Doom. So all 3 of their cores are doing very, very well. Dragon Knight there with a little bit of a mistake to slow himself down. Could have had the dagger by now without that death bot.
Oh,
but still,
got a smoke into the enemy jungle for KBU. It's only 2 supports though, so Visage not interested in going any further. And the Battery Assault into the cogs, not even needing the hookshot this time. Solar Guardian to help connect with the rest of his team. Vikira looks to be dead to start things out. Wait, he's actually going to live through this. Dragon Tail helping him survive, so they've already gotten the Clockwork. And Dawnbreaker looks to be next. He gets off the Starbreaker, but MMR Tourist, at the very least, actually, that's a pretty big kill onto Speed. That was something I didn't catch on camera, but they're going to be able to potentially take out Warden now. Another impetus coming soon. Is that enough? Not quite. A couple more right clicks will do it, but gets off the Scurry and finds enough distance between him and the Ench. Not sure how Speed died, but
he got doomed and run down by Doom. He just soloed him. He had the high ground, and Slaughter came up from low, and he got doomed and just killed off in pretty quick succession. Doom has insane amounts of damage at this time in the game. Level 4 Scorched Earth, Phase Boots, and Doom will just do the job very quickly. Obviously, Slaughter does not have a tanky build at all. He has Treads, Mask of Madness, so not too much in the way of defense yet. And I think this is the right build for him this game, by the way. I mean, he could have maybe finished the Bracers, though, but going Mask is definitely good. Keeps you relevant on farm.
And well, Realm picking out some stacks in the triangle to help get him a Wraith Pact. And he already has the recipe, so 400 from finishing the point booster. Is this an Aghanim Scepter game for Visage?
I don't know. I feel like he needs to tank up. I think he needs Shard Shiva. And I know I said Doom needs Shiva as well, so maybe Shard AC. But you're just, realistically speaking, you're just getting torn to bits very quickly if you don't have defensive items. Maybe even Ghost Scepter is valuable here too. I think if you go Ags, yeah, maybe you get the jump, but I just think...
And Arturus shows in the mid lane. Already brought to half HP. He cannot move, just stun locked to a high degree. And away he goes. Clockwork trying to contest a bit, but just being a nuisance in the end.
Big kill. It's top net worth hero.
Ooh, nice blink. Sharpshooter. So weird when it goes through creeps and doesn't do any damage. It lives in another parallel universe or something that creeps don't exist in.
I mean, that could be a change to Sharpshooter, actually, that it deals damage to everything it pierces through until it hits a target. Right? So it can damage summoned units and creep waves. I wouldn't mind seeing that. If that's too good, then you could nerf another aspect of Hoodwink, because I kind of agree. It's kind of weird, right? It just flies through the whole wave.
Well, it's because it's the heroes typically stand very tall, and the creeps are low on the ground syndrome.
And Hoodwink is really tall as well, so when she shoots over the creeps.
Alright, I think you poked a hole in my theory here. That is unfortunate.
She's actually shorter than the creeps when she's running around.
Yeah, she's pretty short. She's a slightly upgraded version of a creep. As Clockwork, speaking of
Rosh
creeps.
is quick for this lineup. They're going to go straight away.
Yes, this is going to be the double meld. Oh, soon to be double meld. There it is.
No haze yet.
Yeah.
You guys are aware of this, but this is a tough contest play to make. You do have Doom again, at least.
Oh, the Dragon Tail. Solar Guardian here to heal up Realm, so he's going to be okay for the time being, but do they actually want to fight? Roche actually brought out of the pit, and there is the Doom applied to the TA. And the Scorched Earth doing quite a bit of damage as well, but a nice crush from Speed to help out his teammate. So it looks like TA will either live or be denied, but they get the 2 support kills, which means they can't go into the Roche pit any further. The DNM lives, but the Roche will go to KBU.
Yeah, so I said this was going to be a tough contest play to make, but when I think 5RATFORCESTAFF, they're making a crucial mistake running into Visage on Visage's high ground. You're just exposing yourself to getting flanked, getting jumped, and you didn't have what it took to kill the Visage instantly anyway. There was a Wraith Pact already running next to him. You don't have the damage yet to do it like that. And Doom comes in from the side, gets a Doom on the TA, and the fight is just over. DNM fortunate there to survive at the very least, but pretty big casualty losing Roche. I think if they stick around the pit there and keep that control, and KBU have to run into them, I think this fight is totally different, and Slardar is going to crush them in the river together with Dragon Knight Blink. You run up into them on their side of the map.
That is a good... Does the Roche pit count as the river?
I don't know if the pit itself does, but the entire area around it, right? And it's also just, you're giving Dawn what she wants, right? You're giving her a good ult because you're running in on the Visage. If they are initiating on you, I think things are a lot harder when you have Jakiro on defense together with Dragon Knight.
Yeah, I agree. I'm surprised they didn't commit to the Roche.
I think
the Corrosive Haze was really late, too. I'm not sure if he was not there at the beginning.
The first one went into the spell block of Roche. They didn't break it with anything. So, yeah, that definitely slowed things down as well. They're going to try to keep the pressure up despite that going south. Doom has BKB now, but no Doom. And they are going to try to take advantage of this pushing tier 2 bot, but Glyph is going to end this play for now. 5RATFORCESTAFF are really congregated here. There are 5 heroes standing in this little circle of the Radiant jungle. In the meantime, KBU getting more out of the map. They're just spreading thinner. I guess if they do commit to this defense, this could...
Yeah, Dragon
could be great or terrible.
TPs are coming. Blink out from Kits, though. They want to get the high ground, but the hookshot connects onto DNM. Solar Guardian is coming as well, and DNM is just dead. And that means 5RATFORCESTAFF have to hightail the hell out of the enemy jungle. Not sure if they can find any further kills, although
I see Ench.
They do. That might be the second one. And it looks like that'll be the case, so... 2 quick kills. Very punishing move from KBU. Takes a while to kill the Anch, but they find it in the end. And now I assume they finally get this tier 1 tower mid at 18.5 minutes.
Yeah, just 2 back-to-back strategic errors here from 5RAT. It's going to cost them dearly. That was Roche. It was 2 heroes, one of which was TA. It was tier 1 mid. And Doom was not even needed there. So they still have Doom. So a really, really big win for KBU. And they're going to keep ramping up. I think... Oh, hang on. Bottom lane, Albino Zebra.
Yep, he's dead. One way to put it. Sharpshooter, Starbreaker.
Any life experience you'd like me to collect on your behalf?
Dawn is very farmed, actually. I just realized how well Annihilate's recovered from a couple of... Especially the one bad death mid. He's got the Falcon Blade BKB and half of a shard.
Yeah, Falcon Blade is interesting. I don't know if I've seen that. What's the... Is just for mana regen?
It's just such a nice hybrid item in a lot of heroes. It's one of those items where once the math is good enough, lots of heroes will buy it, and when it isn't, nobody will. And it's just because, you know, you're going to hold it up against going like 2 bracers or 2 wraithbands on the carries, or, you know, 2 nulls, and because this item doesn't upgrade into anything, right? So it's literally just a tempo item. So you need to compare it to other tempo items and see if the value is there. And recently this item was buffed. It got 2 more damage, and before that it got a little bit more mana regen. You know, over time, small buff after small buff, small nerfs on the other items, and suddenly it's there, being a good item.
Yeah, a little awkward initiation from the Clockwork, but Doom comes in with that War Stomp, and DK dead. Actually started out kind of hilariously because Hookshot wasn't available, so they just kind of walked in. But Doom is there to back him up, so he's showing off the newly picked up Blink Dagger, and you're right, it will be the Shivas next for the Doom.
Would you agree this is kind of reminiscent of Game 1?
Yeah, in some respects,
It
sure.
feels like similar flow, right? Like the laning stage goes pretty well for 5RAT, or at least somewhat evenly, maybe even better for them. But then 1 or 2 mistakes mid-game, and it's just KBU running around with their force-finding picks. Slard are gonna get doomed here.
Yeah, War Stomp. There's the Doom. Speed is quite dead. Even the whip to help him catch up.
Oh, I thought the bird was gonna get that kill. I would have laughed.
Yeah, close to KSing. Very close. And MMR Tourist, he is by far the top net worth. Now, the question I have, similar to Game 1, because the Terrorblade was, technically speaking, the hero that could outscale everything, right? And we saw the pushback even against the Mega Creeps. We thought that they could still win. What about this lineup for KBU? Because this is flip-flopped, obviously, but how good does this lineup scale?
25 Dawnbreaker is very strong. Doom is always going to be a late-game monster. In this game, dooming TA is very, very impactful late in the game even. So she might have to buy Lincolns, which is already annoying for her to do. And Visage is like deceptive in how, you know, a lot of these, this is part of the reason that a team like Entity got so much better and started winning big games and, you know, have progressed on the big stage, is that they identified that you can play these mid-game tempo cores and they scale well enough that you don't worry about late game. So if you take advantage in this stage of the game and your cores scale well enough, then they don't have to be true carries, right? Doom, Visage, and Dawn are strong in their own right late game. Not in the traditional way, but because of their amazing talents, and if you itemize correctly, this lineup can win against the Dire lineup an hour in. Like, it's not at all out of the question. So I don't think they're stressed out.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I thought the last major was so entertaining to watch and cast. A lot of the heroes just like these off-laners. Speaking of off-laners, MMR Tourists, looking for an opening, don't really want to go on the supports, but that's all they have to choose from. So it'll be the Jakiro taken out swiftly. There's a hook shot actually connects, so
no
second
mana.
support now. Yeah.
Nice.
Doesn't have any wand charges, but with the break, Sharpshooter into the battery assault casual taken out, and now the tier 1 tower as well.
Nice sharpshooter. Without that, the kill doesn't happen.
Oh,
But
top lane.
Annihilate. He's dead.
I annihilate. He's dead.
Not enough
Tries
armor.
to BKB TP. Yeah.
I wonder if he's
not a
going
lot
to
of heroes have
rethink his
enough armor for
build
that.
here. He's eyeing a Deso. It is nice for his lineup, right? He's playing with Visage, and Doom to an extent can also make use of it, but I feel like AC is the item, but Visage is buying that.
You've said
so...
you said Shiva's AC on like 3 heroes, but
yeah, that's the thing. You have to kind of pick who gets them, and it looks like they're going to get the auras on Visage. So, what armor item do you buy on Dawn? I feel like you're not going to get by without one. You need something that has armor. So,
okay, well,
what are you
Lotus doesn't
buy?
sound too great.
No. Don't you need an armor item in this game? Like you get. So let's see. You get from the Wraith Pact. You get 3, right? So 3 armor from Wraith Pact, and you get 5 from AC. It's not great. Maybe it's okay as long as you have a lot of damage and you guarantee you get Luminosity procs. But as we've talked about, this dire lineup can kill cores really quickly if they do get to attack. So he is gonna take back his Deso build and eye up a dagger for now. Maybe be a little bit more reliable in the initiation department.
Well, in terms of like plate mail, Lotus is the literal only item other than AC Shivas, which are already being built.
I mean, you can have 2 Shivas.
This wouldn't make sense.
And you can have 2 ACs. Like, you're obviously going to lose value, but if you have a hero that needs armor and benefits from the attack speed, it's like not a terrible item, right? You can also buy a casual plate mail and not upgrade it, you know? Just buy that and get something else. That's also fine.
And one thing to keep in mind is if he's split pushing on Dawnbreaker, which is very common because you have the global potential, you're not going to get any of the auras from your other heroes until you've jumped in.
That's very true. All right, smoke move here from 5RAT. This is a big moment for them. They have a 9-second BKB TA, 9-second BKB Slardar, and Dragon Knight.
I'm surprised they went for the courier kills.
Okay. Dragon
Interesting
Knight does not have it
choice.
yet.
You're right. That's actually probably the point where they just wait for it. It's 20 gold away.
Yeah, he's going to get it from this wave. There we go. So that will arrive. KBU are in a very strong position here. I think this attack is difficult from 5RAT. They might go for it anyway. If Clockwork positions correctly here and breaks a smoke on the high ground, well, he won't even need to. The tower's gone. So now they might get a false feeling of security. No, they're not feeling safe at all. He is definitely.
The Hurricane Creep is going to spell doom for Clockwork, who gets 2-shot by DNM. MMR Tourist comes in. He gets the successful doom onto the Slardar. He's getting right-clicked by DNM, but kind of shrugging it off for now. It's already in the BKB Dragon Form combo now, too. Buy back onto the Clockwork, not able to TP into the outpost. As Realm, you're seeing the use of the shard to stay alive. Hook shot just to help try and save his teammate. He's going to get 3-shot if he's not careful. Gets a dieback onto the Clockwork, and now Visage looks to be next. Double kill DNM. Speed lives through the Doom. And trying to look for more. Blink Dagger's still down, though. They can see that Roche is not up. We can see that it'll be another full minute. For that blink initiation, he's going to get it. But the Warden looks to be dead as well. Dragon Tail's going to secure it. So 3 kills. Great fight from 5RAT.
40. So they might actually get it in time. If they stick around and wait right there, but they probably won't. So I guess that could be a point of contention as well. Yeah, a lot of things there just going the way of 5RAT. I think the primary problem that KBU had in this instance is that they blink Doom the Slardar, but they were Dawn ulting someone else. They were Dawn ulting the Visage for protection, and that means Doom was alone against Slardar TA. He doesn't manage to kill the Slardar because he has to back off against the TA, and the Dawn ult, yeah, sure, it helped out on the Visage, but it didn't yield any kills. So effectively, 5RAT outlast the Doom, they outlast the Dawn ult, they reset, and then they re-go, and then their lineup is just way superior. So also the hook shot, I think, connected on the Visage, who was already in stone form later as well. So yeah, a lot of things that KBU did not go according to plan
number 2. Okay, this one instantly.
Yeah,
this is instant.
No way they make it on time. This is insane speed. From speed.
Yep. Speed,
DNM with a shard.
Speeds it up with his minus armor. Now you get the silence traps. Aegis on DNM. All right, that evened up the game. It was starting to trickle towards, I should say, I think it was like a 6K lead, but that is with the Doom. Yeah. So maybe it's slightly deceiving. That
one fight at the top tier 2 tower, biggest moment of the game so far. Just KBU not really combining their spells particularly well, and 5RATFORCESTAFF on the other hand, playing tight, you know? The Slardar and TA protecting each other, and then building that into a big fight. And they're looking for the next move, potentially. They're playing, like I said, very tight as a team right now. 5 again. Looking for a smoke, probably. No, maybe not. They are. It was on cooldown backpack. So they're going to smoke us 4, and then Dragon Knight's going to show mid, but that rocket will actually show everyone. Still gonna smoke though. All right.
Yeah.
This
Well,
might
you
be
never
one of
expect
those.
a smoke that's very obvious.
Yeah, exactly. It's the rock, paper, scissors move where you pick rock 7 times in a row and you're like, surely he's not picking rock the 8th time. But yes.
That is me. That is
He
definitely
does.
me. All right, onto the triangle. Clockwork looking to potentially be the sacrifice again.
Yeah, someone's
and
dead.
the crutch comes in and hits 2, though. MMR Tourist able to get off the Doom, or the BKB, I should say. Finally gets off his ultimate, but the Cogs trapping several heroes as 2 supports dead right off the bat. A nice Starbreaker onto 2 heroes as DNM looks to be the focus now. Bushwhack keeps him in place. That's the end of the Aegis.
The Doom is running out now. Slaughter can play 0.
Annihilation, the hammer, another Starbreaker with that shard to be able to maneuver to take out the Enchantress in the end, but the bashes coming from Speed delete Doom from the face of the map, and now Visage is next on the list. Double kill for Speed, so using the Aegis in a very good form here from 5RAT because their 3 cores stayed alive.
Yeah, and they're gonna turn this into a mid-tier 2 more than likely. I don't think they need to be too concerned. Maybe a bit scared of the sharpshooter, but now that the hoodwink spells have been thrown out on the wave, I think Kids can go for a couple of pot shots here, and if DNM hits it as well, could get some more damage, but they're going to respect the Clockwork potential. They're pinging it out. Giant is saying Clock's missing, get back, and I think, you know what, probably the safer play. Clock could have TP'd and jumped on them with Dawn, and that could have got scary. So, yeah, like you said, a win for 5RAT. I actually think that fight went worse for them than I was expecting, considering they got the jump, but a really quick reaction from Annihilate on the blink. He got blink crushed by Slargar, but instantly blinked out himself, and it meant that the Slardar Crush only found the Doom on the clock. The Doom BKB stays alive and dooms the Slardar, and the Clockwork reset out. So nicely done under pressure there from KBU.
A pretty big item for DNM being delivered, and that's the Hurricane Pike. So he's been stuck in cogs, I feel like, every single time. Now he has an answer for that.
Yeah, that's very true.
Now we'll see how big of an impact it has going forward as MMR Tourist working on a refresher.
A blast rig
even
now.
takes a tome to get 18.
He has 42
blast
armor.
rig, sure.
That's a lot of armor.
How far away does blast rig work? What's the range? 400. So TA would have to be within 400 range. Obviously really good against Slardar, but in the mid lane, Solar Guardian not going to keep Realm alive. He just dies, and Annihilate might be taking the same. He gets off the Starbreaker. Going to connect fully onto Kits. To get the support Anshin, a nice Sharpshooter ends up deleting the Dragon Knight. A little bit better than I thought it was going to go, but DNM...
TA was not a part of the fight. It was a 5v4. So
that's true.
DNM was all the way down in the bottom area of that jungle, and yeah, that even though that might look like a nice jump on the Visage, and they do get the kill, just get overpowered by man advantage. Let's see if they find the Doom here, though. That would be huge. They do.
Yep, they get the crush. He gets the Shivas off, but this is not enough armor in the world. It's going to save you from that. So he is dead for a full minute, but obviously the Aegis was taken out relatively early into the death timer for Roche, so I'm going to have to wait for that third Roche for quite a bit.
Actually, for 3 full minutes, 5RATFORCESTAFF has had this ward in the enemy jungle. That's the one that they used to jump the Doom with, right? It's just like really... That spot has to be cleared if you're going to go up there and farm, and they just didn't check it. So to get that really big Doom kill out of that, it is so huge to kill this hero. Like, really, really high impact. I think that kill itself is 2k. It's crazy. Not because
MMR?
Doom gives 2k gold, but he dies, he does not get Devour gold for the entire duration, and you farm his jungle. So really, really high impact play to find that one.
Speed is about to finish an Aghanim Scepter on Slardar.
He's got it.
I don't think this was buffed in any way recently. In fact, you could say that it has been in a way nerfed because part of it has been put onto his base abilities. Although, did they take any stats away? Is this on top of the old one?
I think so. I think this is
30
better.
HP regen in the river, 15 armor, 40 status resistance.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the best
obviously
item
the Slither
here.
Crush gives a bigger puddle.
I think he
It
wants
usually
AC,
isn't.
but they're buying it on Dragon Knight, so he doesn't have that luxury, I suppose. But I wouldn't even have minded a Moon Shard, like just even if you get Doom, just stand and deliver, you know? Just really go to town, but maybe
Yeah, I
he
feel like
wants
an
a little
AC
bit
on him would have
defense.
opened up the Ag's potential for Dragonite instead, but
I would have liked that better as well. I think the attack speed on Slaughter has way more value than on DK. Okay,
Hook shot, and she's going to be pushed thanks to the Cog. Clockwork getting low, but MMR jumps in with the double hook stomp and the Doom onto DNM. Dawnbreaker coming in, and this DNM TA is dead yet again. Dawnbreaker ult, that's the Aghanim Scepter, so getting the extra heal.
And the evasion against TA and Slaughter are obviously amazing. They're going to have to buy MKBs to deal with that. I guess iAnnihilate was holding the ult because he wants the enemy team to try to counter-initiate and then use it, so he can just use that evasion to win the fight. But I think if he would have instantly jumped on the Doom, they would have got bonus kill. At least one. Still, they got the big one. They got the TA.
Yep.
And
still
not long until
a
Roche.
4K lead for 5RAT.
This is anyone's
And that's
game.
against
It's super
Doom.
close. I know you're 4K ahead against Doom, but just notice how much of a difference it makes who jumps, right? It's all about vision and getting the advantage right from the get-go in that fight. And Clockwork jumps in and catches Ench. It's not the best target, but they get that follow-up vision on the TA. And if they Doom TA to open the fight, it's wide open. That's all they need to do.
Yeah.
Because
And
Slaughter
Refresher
doesn't
is
hit
not
hard
too
enough.
far in the future for Doom as well. So he's going to start to be extremely scary. And, I mean, this is a funny thing about Doom now. Like, if you buy Lincolns, is it worth it? Because he can just buy Ags. Like, forcing him to buy Ags, is that good? It's a different play style, right? You can't just go in and Doom and just forget about it. You have to...
I think
still
that's a
use
really
it on
good
yourself
point.
in all
I think,
likelihood.
yeah, I agree. I think he should get Ags on Doom in case they buy Lincolns and just use that as your solution. I agree 100% because Dooming yourself as Doom doesn't really feel bad at all. Like, you have none of the downsides. It just becomes an aura. You don't get silenced. You don't take damage. You can use your items. You're free to do whatever you want. So yeah, it is actually
He
a
has
really
the
big
Shivas and Blink and Hoof Stomp, so
Yep,
it's like the
and
perfect
Refresher
combo for that
soon
to actually be good.
can Doom himself forever.
Get to see that one.
I guess that's the other thing. If you refresh it, right, you Doom yourself and then you Doom one of the enemy heroes. Navigating a fight like that where there's two like dead zones that you can't step into is actually really annoying.
Yeah, true. The smokes from both teams. Roche is up. It's a refresher shard.
Oh, this
and they're
is
going.
such a
Oh
big
my
moment.
god, this is so fast. Instantaneous. But here comes the ult from both Doom and the Dawnbreaker. Looks like the Dragonite's gonna fall right off the bat, but they get everything. That was a sub 5-second Roche kill.
Huge win for 5RAT that they get this and only lose DK against Doom and Donald. I think the hookshot got blocked by a familiar, so Clockwork did not get the initiate that he was looking for, and like you said, the kill is so fast. Like, you need to be on your toes in this game as Radiant. That Roche is gone in the blink of an eye. And big for 5RAT to get that. I still think this game, even with this, is not really a huge advantage for them, but having the Aegis on TA is definitely a very nice luxury against the Doom. I still think you Doom TA in the fight, though, and then maybe you just don't kill her, but just take her ability to move, take her ability to use traps and meld out of the picture, and kill the other teammates.
Refresher shard? Was that picked up by somebody? Because it's certainly not on anybody for the Dire.
Might have used it.
What? They used it?
I didn't see it be used.
What? Wow.
You're sure it was shard, right?
I mean, oh yeah, 100%. You know, I pay attention to the Ags. And
Yeah,
definitely
I
no
know.
Ags.
Yeah, I guess they must have used
That
it.
is... I mean, it must have used it for the double BKB, maybe? But, I mean, they didn't really have a great hero. I mean, I guess Jakiro kind of could make use, but it's mostly a double BKB refresher shard for the Dire. But
He has it on Dragon Knight. They
Not
must
gonna
have
see
taken it
that.
on the courier. He has it in backpack now. He didn't
Oh.
have it before.
Okay.
So maybe they
Alright.
nobody saw it? I don't know.
Either way, 5RAT, no Aegis,
Smoke up here. Doom with 2 Dooms.
but they have the smoke
Straight in.
speed.
Oh
Just standing in the river. He's trying to use his axe to full effect, but he's going to get doomed right off the bat. Soul Assumption is there, likely to tick away. Might need a little bit of extra damage because he's still regenerating a lot in the river. No, does die in the end as Kits jumps in, get the stun onto Annihilate. Double buyback, this time from speed on the Slardar. Annihilate taking quite a bit of damage. Needs to reposition. Blink Dagger's up in just a moment. Gets it off just before the trap is used. Oh, we got the jump in again from Kits. This time it's going to be all the damage applied to the Visage. Down he goes. Buyback available.
Oh, that's a high damage attack coming in.
Look at this right click.
Nice Yule.
Yeah, that is
it might have killed him, actually.
Global right click, it feels like, from DNM.
I think he survives if he doesn't Yule. Actually, I don't think that.
So
I don't think that attack would have one-shot him. So. Bit of a mistake
Aegis
there.
still intact for DNM, so they can just try to go high ground here, or at least get this tier 2 and maybe poke high ground a bit.
Doom did not even have remotely enough mana for the second Doom. I think he has to take Ceremonial Robe. Like, he went and popped all of his spells, refreshed, and then he had 100 mana. He never got the second Doom off. Because he wants to use his entire kit, right? He wants to use the Stomp, he wants to use Scorched Earth and Infernal Blade, and his Shiva, which costs 100. So he has to take the Robe. Alright. Tower under siege,
There's
double
the fort.
damage.
This is double damage. And you don't have, I mean, you do have your Doom, but this is still the Aegis, so have to be careful.
And he has Lincolns, so keep an eye out for that.
True. And he's, oh wow, Arcane Blink is what MMR Tourist is working on. So
Yeah, he needs mana.
really wants the CDR.
It's mostly about
I was
the
thinking
mana,
about
right?
the CDR, but yeah.
But, I mean,
Yeah,
again,
maybe.
I think if he takes the Ceremonial Robe, this is not a concern. So I think this is a mistake. I think he can cover this with neutral items, and then that way he can buy a more impactful item than the Arcane. I mean, Arcane Blink is not bad, right? It's still a good item, but I feel like there might be something better here that he could get. Like, I think Overwhelming Blink and Ceremonial Robe is the build here. But it will be the Arcane for now.
Well, now that he sees the Lincolns this time. I don't think DNM had this like 5 minutes ago. I feel like that Ags is still in consideration.
Still an option, absolutely. He has the armor to
DNM.
support it. Even the base stats on the Ags are really good when you have that much armor. Then the health that it provides is actually very, very valuable. Maybe he's hoping to get it
Here's
from
a
Roche
smoke
number
from
3.
5RAT. Aegis
Roche
is
4.
out in 25 seconds, so they want to try to get one fight before it expires, but you can see KBU are aware of the timer as well, so just going to wait it out. But
Speed.
Dragon Form is popped.
Not finding an opening.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, Spell Prism. Okay, that's an upgrade for the Doom here. We have the initiation to start things out. BKB already popped by Kits, but he's kind of stuck inside the trees, it feels like. He's going to get gone on. He's going to get doomed. He's going to get Starbreakered, and he is going to die. And MMR Tourist pops that refresher, gets another blink off, and Jakiro takes a tumble as a result. Nice fight here for KBU. BKB there now. Gets the hoof stomp off. Doesn't have mana to doom, but doesn't need to here. So 3 kills in favor of KBU.
Yeah.
We have a real late game on our hands.
I feel like 5RATFORCESTAFF, that bit disappointing in the way they initiated that. So Dragon Knight Blink stuns the Visage, and there's no follow-up. So he pops his BKB, he pops everything, goes in. Visage gets Force-Staffed, and that's it. Dragon Knight has used everything, and he's out of position, and now he dies. And they immediately just pull the trigger on a back play. Like, they just have to run away, abort mission, and yeah, the 2 supports collateral damage on the way out.
Speed jumping in. You got the double meld going on as well. Visage getting really low, but again, the evasion and the heals from the Dawnbreaker ult are nothing to scoff at, Cinder, and DNM.
Oh my God,
he
he's
is
dead.
dead as well to the Starbreaker.
Now they
and that's
chose a
without the 25
3v5.
talent, which is coming soon.
What is going on?
They do have buybacks. Ice Path going to slow this down along with a fortification, but now they can focus on the buildings. And surely they're going to force this TA buyback.
They
can go top
absolutely
next.
should. They have Doom again.
That's true. Refresher's up in 76 seconds for him. Tower has
Jump in.
fallen. The jump is there, and there's the buybacks. Can they burst the Doom down? Looks like they will, but he gets the Doom off just in time. And the rest of KBU now on the retreat. Looks like Dawnbreaker might be next, and this is a very big kill for 5RAT. They got to get more out of this. They got to get some buildings. They got to push down mid. The Doom was applied to the Dragon Knight, but he kind of just brushed it off.
Yeah. I can understand why he was tempted to blink in and go for that Doom right there, but obviously they immediately go for the buyback and punish Which, I mean, you can debate whether that's a punish, right? If they don't go and get buildings now, that was actually a winning play for Doom.
Uh-oh.
So they have to... Oh, it's DD again, right?
Yes,
oh, dear.
Double damage, TA.
Yep. They could...
Surely they saw it.
Yep. And they obviously also don't have Donald there, which is huge, because when the Doom goes in and blinks Dooms like that, he exposes himself. If Donald is available for a play like that, I don't think he dies, because they still don't have MKBs. Like, this Donald is actually incredible value in this game, as long as it's available when they jump. That time around, not the case. They're going to try to stall. No glyph. So, should be a lane of racks. At the very least, equalizing.
Popped. And they can settle for mid, and if they want to continue bottom, but this is going to cut it close on the timers.
They might be happy with this and
Still,
preparing
that
the next
double damage
long respawn, though.
is dissipating now. We
Very
got ourselves a
long
barn burner again.
Bad intel.
Will it go the distance, though? You're going to see the Penta Edge sword drop now. DK, I don't know, actually. Ninja Gear is pretty high value. I actually don't know if anybody... Slardar, perhaps? Penta Edge? I don't know. Titan Sliver, pretty damn good.
Yeah, status resistance against Doom is value.
He does have Sange already, going for the Halberd. So he will have status resist in that form.
Doom hoping to find
So you
someone
can
there with
see
a Blink
KBU.
Shiva. Did not clip on
So-
anyone.
So he has Arcane Blink, and that'll give you the 25% mana cost reduction, 20% debuff amp. Wait, did they get rid of the CDR thing? They must have, huh?
There's no CDR,
Old
there's
patch
cast point
change?
reduction. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right.
But
So, cast point reduction, do you lift your arms?
yeah, you lift your arm real fast.
So it's just a really buff version of Doom. Okay. 7k lead for KBU. And Doom is, that's 2k in the bank, but I'm actually a little shocked he's not going for Aghanims. Maybe people just think it's a meme. I feel like it is good in certain situations, but we're going to see a smoke now from 5RAT. Kits leading the way with the cheese in his inventory. Trying to use the Ninja Gear and Trickster Cloak to swap in and out. I think they're going to run into Clockwork again.
Roche is up in 50,
The
and
Rocket
no
Flare.
team knows it, so gonna play very tight around this area.
Yep, there's the Dragon form. Clockwork is deleted. Holy jeez, but here comes the Doom. Beautiful hoof stomp and the Doom applied to the Dragon Knight. Pops the Refresher and the Solar Guarding doing so much work. 2 dead in the blink of an eye. It only cost them a buyback onto the clock. Still, second Doom is available and the mana to work with. But DNM ends up blinking out. But you can see the Jakiro is spotted, is sheeped, and destroyed.
That's Roche for the Radiant. You can't fight without these two supports. There is no way you win a 3v5, even against no Donald. Dawn is now level 25, so she has double Starbreaker, which is one of the best talents in the game, in my opinion. It's absolutely incredible value to get that talent. Doom still has 1 Doom available. He has full mana again. If he... DNM needs to be careful about this. Going to farm a jungle camp here, almost. He was thinking about it. There's no way you go there. Yeah, Roche is falling to the Radiant here. Clockwork.
All right, this
Going
has
to work.
Aghanim. Surely Doom takes it. Surely Syndra.
What are the options? It's him or Clock. Overclocking is also good. The Visage one is there.
Yeah,
I think
they're
he should
not-
take it on Doom.
Those are good.
It gives him so much more
Maybe he's not
freedom at
used to
solving
doing it,
TA. I think that's the biggest part, is that he can really just solve TA.
No.
By giving it to Visage.
He did not take it. Okay.
I mean, the Visage one is good. I'm not going to say it isn't.
It is. It is. Silent as the Grave turns you invis along with your familiars, and you get terrain walking. And when you come out of it, you do a ton of damage along with your familiars.
Could use it right now.
Oh, they
and
have
he
the high
will.
ground vision. MMR Tourist jumps in, looking for the Doom. Gonna use it onto the Slardar, and you can see the Dawnbreaker again. Solar Guardian is doing absolute work, but Doom not really interested in being inside that AoE. Dies, buys back into the game, but a Starbreaker, make it a double Starbreaker on top of DNM. He is getting bursted to the ground. Trying to get saved by his teammate, but it's not going to happen. It's a full 2 minutes on the deck. Hits in the midst of things, trying to do some damage as well, but Speed, he already bought back into this. If he ends up dropping here, he's going to end up getting a dieback on himself, but Dawnbreaker dies. Ice back as well, but it looks like KBU are winning this fight as Kits is taking the brunt of the damage. Let's look at this damage coming out from Giant in the meantime. Impetus is actually not something you can ignore at this point. MMR Tourist gets off the hook stomp, and there's the hammer and the Starbreaker to fall. So finally, the pesky Enchantress takes a tumble. Does have the buyback available for himself as well. Kits on a sliver of HP in the corner, but the Soul Assumption is enough. Double kill for Realm, and that's 2 cores down with no buyback, and soon to be a third potentially. But speed, as the Blink Dagger, and the
Desperation
sprint,
Albert
and the
for
haste.
slow. Like, do I have anything more I can throw at this guy? Does anything I have left slow? Well, he gets away. What a crazy fight. I think, imagine MMR Tourist stays in the Donald. I think he kind of killed himself by running out of the ring, right? Like, very aggressively chasing the TA. Could have waited a little bit longer for the BKB to dissipate and then go for Blink Stun, but at the end of the day, they do have enough in the tank, and this should be game. No buyback on the 2 biggest cores of their dire.
MMR Tourist, yeah, he still has his refresher available. They're going to get double crushed, but now the damage being applied to speed. He's getting control to a high degree, and he is donezo. Die back for him. Shivas from MMR Tourist, still with the Doom available. Finally, we'll use it on the Ench, and now it's going to turn to a 1v4 with this Aegis going down. And it's soon to be a full team wipe, but Albino Zebra able to get to the fountain. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough, though, Cinder. So KBU should be winning this game, unless the Ancient turns into 10 towers that are attacking at the same time. Even that might not be enough. Half HP on the Ancient. Albino Zebra finally gets taken out as well, so full team wipe. TA does spawn, but DNM cannot 1v5 this, that is for sure. They're just going to focus on the building. So KBU will move on to face off against Wildcard in the the lower bracket semis.
Yeah. GG. Yeah, KBU showing up again today. You know, it wasn't a fluke against the cut. They take down 5RAT as well. And, you know, dare I say, a real possibility that they could make top 3. It doesn't feel out of the question when you watch them playing. I think